day 9. It's the 31 Days of Dread, the Dream Warriors podcast annual event where we do one horror movie a day for the month of October in celebration of Halloween. Today we got such a special movie. I think I've been saying that. I think I went through this last year too. I just went on the run of loving everything. But today, it's Funland. And I'm going to tell you all about this gem. You can watch it for free. Not that I recommend it on YouTube, but I gotta say, you can check it out on YouTube. I would go watch it and come back. But let's hit that music and rock and roll. Hey, thanks for joining me. I'm like so impartial about this Funland movie because I do love it. The movie really had a momentum after a while. Like it took a little bit to build, but no, I just kind of wanted to, before we jumped into the movie. Also, sorry, I'm just spinning thoughts here because I literally was watching the movie. Had to make rice because I'm meal prepping because that's just the way we do it. Because anyone that follows me on YouTube knows that I've been kind of like training and practicing with volume eating, and so I've been volume eating like things like Oreos and insanely hot noodles. These noodles by this company called Samyang, and they're 2x spicy, and they come about these packs of noodles. They're about 9,000 per pack on a Scoville. They're 9,000 Scoville temperature per pack, and even like me trying to eat 5 packs of those, so on and so forth. Aside from that, though, I am very physically active. I walk roughly anywhere between 3.5 and 4 miles per day on average of a week. Some days it's as little as 2 miles, me coming to and from my one main office, and other days it's as high as 8. So but my weekly average is, we'll say 3.5 miles. And I go to the gym. I try and go every single day. I didn't go today because I was so freaking tired. Just my mind just couldn't do it. I had to come here and kind of like watch a movie, but I crashed out while I'm not going to say like what horror movie I was watching because I didn't want that to take away from the review. And I have to go back and like rewatch parts of it. Or rewatch it from a point. But yeah, and so I walk a lot. I'm in the gym. I do, I eat extreme things, but to balance it out, and this is almost like a little bit of a life lesson, life definition. I'm pretty freaking active with this crazy food. So meal prepping is a part of it. How do I meal prep? I have a limited focus. It's like chicken, kale, rice, rinse and repeat. I use kale multiple ways through my shakes and through my meals. I believe kale is just one of those super foods. I eat a lot of blueberries in different forms. And most of my chicken is just straight up boiled. But so I had to kind of like slow down while watching Funland to make rice because of meal prepping, and that was the whole setup for that. But I'm going to come right back because I wanted to have my phone. I mean, there's something about this movie. There's a piece of this movie that I just wanted to share with everyone. And I'm going to play it through my phone, but give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you. I have the movie running right now. It's available on Amazon Prime, and you can tell just by the theme music. See? Okay. All right. Hopefully you guys could. That's coming all the way through. I was nearly about to stop watching this movie when the theme music hit. Or this introduction tune, because I'm like, what is this? Like, it doesn't seem like it's horror. It doesn't seem this. It doesn't even seem satirical. It just seemed off. Now, the transfer in this part on Amazon Prime is complete. It looks like it looks like it's 30 years old. I mean, it looks like it's a transfer from a magnetic VHS tape. But no. So, but I sat down and I stuck with this movie because it's to go over the plot, right? I'm gonna have to go over the plot. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna have to go over the plot. The plot of this movie is there's this amusement park called Funland. It has a clown mascot. Now, I've read the description, and maybe I should I just read the description for you guys. Let me just do that because this movie has me all over the place. Okay, when a mob family takes over a amusement park after the owner dies under mysterious circumstances, a recently fired clown mascot seeks vengeance for the loss of his boss. The artwork way oversells the movie, so I jumped into it, and all the things I'm getting at. Okay, I'm all over the place because I don't know. I almost feel like part of the grind of the 31 Days of Dread is to watch and review. Okay, and movies, sometimes these movies are new to me. They don't have a lot of time to sit, which is my desire to kind of go back and reevaluate some of these movies, as time goes on. And I think Funland is qualifying for that 110%. Now, I said earlier, you could watch this movie on YouTube. I'm not 100% recommending you do that. I'd rather you watch it on Amazon Prime, or maybe renting it, paying money to see this movie. I really don't endorse free streaming on any sort, and sometimes it's hard to tell because if something's available on YouTube, like who knows if it's even like public domain or, if the rights have expired. But regardless, and like a little bit on a side note, there's been legal issues with a lot of like musicians that do not get money from companies like Spotify and Pandora. That's a side issue. That's still not a endorsement of not paying for content. Okay, except for those of us who are giving it away for free. Thank you very much. But yeah, so Funland opens with this very weird like theme song. The theme song's obviously connected to the park, and we're already breaking the fourth wall, and then it enters into like a commercial shoot, which you kind of heard the end of right there. And like here we go, we're off. Now the movie immediately, see, I didn't realize it was classified as a satirical comedy until I read up on Wiki, which again didn't have too much. So I just, during like the course of this movie, there was nothing but comedians that I've recognized from the 80s. I mean, it's almost like a laundry list, and it's like, okay, cool, okay, so like some of it's meant, but none of it comes off as funny. Everything comes off as weird and this and that. So Robin Williams was in a movie called Death to Smoochie. This movie very much is like that. Okay, this is a this is a broken character. That this is a dissection of a man, and to where we eventually see him snap. Now through the course of this, now what makes this movie interesting, and for anyone who's ever regularly, like if you read novels, if you're a novel reader, this movie should speak to you because we have like character moments and we have lots of exposition along the way, and our characters around the clown are also revealed and peeled away. Now this is extremely rare for a movie of this nature, okay, because immediately, like again, if we judge the movie by its opening and the first like 10 minutes, we think we're watching garbage, and we're really not. We're watching a well-written piece. Now what happens from that point, gets a little tricky because the movie, we'll go back to it. The movie knows what it is, but it's not executed on some of these other levels. Okay, the comedy does not come through. The satire doesn't come through. When the mob is introduced into the movie, they're supposed to be like making fun of the Godfather. That really doesn't sing. So we have a weird experience. It's it's a little bit weird at times watching this movie and knowing that it's kind of from the VHS era. So we have that grain. The picture is not as crisp. It also lends to the weirdness. If you're a fan of 80s comedy, seeing familiar comedic faces doesn't end to this movie of a individual losing his livelihood, losing his identity, and slowly becoming murderous. But the movie has, I think, more highlights. It's definitely better. It's better with that perspective. Now, anyone, you can just sit down and hate this movie and never watch it. It's perfectly understandable. You can very much say the same if you get past like the first 30 minutes of Demon Wind, the last episode of the 31 Days of Dread. I get it. If you cannot get that deep into Demon Wind, I perfectly understand. If you can't get deep into this movie, I get it. But why? Like, why do we go on like a little bit of a journey like this? Why do we explore? Because I think these journeys, as a audience member, they hone our skills from what we're receptive to. We can actually categorize what we like about movies and what we don't like, and you only get that when you watch like off-center movies and movies that are like as bad as they are good. I'll classify, and because you build like a catalog in your head, you can draw things that are relatable. You can connect these dots, and you kind of know that if a movie has little exposition, you can kind of spot it. Even though you could be following the story, the consequences along the way, but if there's little exposition, if characters are not developed, if they just don't feel right, or if the time that they spent on characters was not conceived well. Okay, now 17 Bridges is wrapped. So again, we're talking to you from the Dream Warrior Studios. I'm giggling because last week was so hellish for me. Being within and around a film set, it does speak volumes, because it's hard to know why movies don't click sometimes, why they sometimes have elements, and these elements kind of fall apart and become something else, meaning garbage. It's like, oh my god, like We Own the Night with Mark Wahlberg. It's with Joaquin Phoenix and Robert Duvall's and Eva Mendes. We have 4 top people in that movie, and it just doesn't click. 54, with Ryan Phillippe, Mike Myers, doesn't click. But it's not a bad movie either, and we kind of seem to look at we give these bigger movies a pass for that sometimes. When it comes to anything, that doesn't star Mark Wahlberg, we kind of like to trash and make fun of. This doesn't help at all. Okay, this movie, and you might be sitting down listening and be like, Pete, I'm here for you to talk about Funland, not to explain to me why I don't like movies. I get it. This movie Funland is maybe, I call it a novel because it uses every minute to explore plot, character. It has exposition. You know what the mob's doing. You see the de-evolution of the clown. You see the emergence of a alternate personality come through. You see people within the lines between the amusement park and the mob playing the game to position themselves to come out on top. and placating into the clown. We see, the aged actor, who takes the place of the clown. The man who fell from grace. Now, the funny thing is, though, this movie did have a line that I heard before, and I don't know where I heard it before, but someone walks up to the clown and is asking him about his makeup, and the clown's like, "This is what I use." And the person picks it up and says, "My God, your pores must be the size of nickels." Now, I heard that before. So now I'm like thinking, did I see this movie? Have I seen Funland before at one point? I must have been insanely young. Because I'm old. Like saying, but anyway. So, this movie, like, should it be remade? I mean, like, the last three movies that we talked about here, I think all should be remade. Chopping Mall, incredible title. Demon Wind, and this. All three of these movies should have a second chance. I think the script for this can be developed, like, go right into production today. Okay, that's how good of a script Funland is. And it's, look, like, will this script ever be taught in, like, screenwriting class or film school? No, it never will. This movie will probably never come up ever again. I'm maybe one of the few people out there that actually is paying attention to a film like this. But this is what Dream Warriors podcast is all about. The podcast alone, came out of a multiple conversations, having that want attitude, or that should, I think everyone today has a shouldn't we disease. Like, shouldn't we do this? Wouldn't it be cool if we did that? Shouldn't we? And Dream Warriors came out of that. It's like, no, let's do. No, shouldn't we? We are doing. And this film is a symbol of that. They just did something, and it's still out there, and it's a wonderful thing that I could see it on Amazon Prime. Now, according to Wikipedia, I think 2004 was the last time this was on DVD. It's currently OOP, out of print. So I don't even know. I mean, should we even look it up on eBay and see what it's selling for? Funland movie. There we go. DVDs are available. They're about $10, so it's not expensive. You can buy this. I recommend buying it because I think this movie should be paid attention to. Now, the movie's written and directed by Michael A. Simpson. He's mostly an active producer. I was surprised. The 2009 movie Crazy Heart with Jeff Bridges. It's amazing because I knew that movie was in talks for, like, the Oscar and stuff. So I don't know if did Jeff Bridges win an Oscar for Crazy Heart? But anyway, that's the guy that produced Crazy Heart. Is the same guy that directed this. So, people have long careers and they build. They keep building. So, and he's also behind Sleepaway Camp, but he's got 12 directing credits. He also directed Sleepaway Camp 2, 3, a movie called Fast Food in 1989. I think I know what movie this is. Yeah, Fast Food. So, I don't know. Like, Michael A. Simpson is still active today. He's still making movies. He made a heck of a movie. And, when did this movie come out? In 1987. Okay? So, and when I was originally watching this, I thought, I was under the impression that this was a made-for-TV movie based on the formatting. I want to still say it was, but I don't know. I mean, it looks like it was shot on video. The formatting favors television. Okay, so, with the aspect ratio. So, I really don't know. This movie just needs a ton more research. Again, like, I continue to watch this movie because I wanted to give it a chance. And it's a little bit tougher for me to do that sometimes with the 31 Days of Dread because obviously I'm always under the clock. So, and I try and maybe like do episodes that are kind of canned that I could release, but for some reason it doesn't seem as real and authentic. I'm even at a stage now where I'm just a little bit behind on my releases, but I'm also, releasing in congruency with the with Inktober on Instagram. But anyway, so the RSS feed and Instagram may not be lined up for like the next 3 days. But look, I got like there's very little for me to say other than just watch this movie and let me know. Like you have to leave comments or DM me. I don't care even if they're DMs regarding this. But find a way to forward the conversation about this movie because I just want to say I think it's amazing. I think this is an amazing effing movie. But everyone, so do me a favor. Do a little bit of what this movie means to me right now. But just starting something and finishing it. And we all have that project. We all have that. Again, I said this before. We may know someone that needs help finishing a project that we can be involved in. We know those people. Sometimes we are those people. And they need a nudge or we need a nudge. But figure that out and help something get done. Even if it's for you. Even if it's a poem. I don't care. We're in an age of creativity. So let's just move forward. If you're looking for me on social media, Instagram, AKAPAD13, Twitter, AKAPAD, Snapchat, AKAPAD, Facebook, AKAPAD13. Search AKAPAD on YouTube. I am there. IGTV, I am there. Let's rock and roll. But I love you. Thanks for supporting me. Until next time, until day 10. I'm just going to talk about it right now. Day 10 is a movie called Body Melt. Out of Australia. It's a foreign movie. Holy crap. That movie blew me away. If you like The Thing, if you like Peter Jackson, this is the movie for you. But until then, have a great day. I'll talk to you. Hello everyone, Dream Warriors, day 10 of the 31. No, it is day 9. I'm a day ahead of myself. Of the 31 Days of Dread, the Dream Warriors podcast. This is an annual event where we do one horror movie a day for the month of October in celebration of Halloween. And I don't know, you gotta love film, you gotta love a genre, you gotta love a movie as much as I loved Fun Place, Fun House. The fuck is